What is up, everyone? Max, or doing it for her here, and welcome to the first episode of my Road to 100 Ranked Online Victories in UFC Undisputed 3 series. I stated the series idea in the last video, and I hope you all are going to enjoy this. This is going to be 1 out of 100 videos. It's going to be a long journey, but stick around with me and we will get there. Now, I'm rocking Nate Diaz in the lightweight division, and he's going to be Frankie Edgar. I know I was Nate in my last video, but every time I picked a different weight class, I tried to do welterweight, and then even light heavyweight, and then even middleweight. But every time I picked a character, the person in my lobby would pick the same character. I don't know if that's the hot thing to do, to like piss people off or something and have the characters face off with each other, same guy versus same guy, but that's not good video, and it was pissing me off, so I just kept leaving every session that happened with. So I got a lot of messages saying pussy and are you scared, but no, I just didn't want to have Chael Sonnen versus Chael Sonnen and fucking dumb shit like that, you know. So I hopped back in a lightweight, picked my boy Nate, and he rolled with Edgar. And I don't know if this guy knew which taunt to do. Fucking, I tried to touch gloves and he did like the wiggle, but it's whatever. Now, the thing I really don't like about ranked matches is you don't have the same amount of customization as you do in player match. In player match, you can edit the stamina bar down there in the bottom left and the bottom right. You can make it so that's simulation settings, so you don't have as much stamina and you have to play very more strategically, like I talked about in the last video. And you can also turn equalized stats on, so everybody's fair and stuff, and it takes away flash knockouts. But in ranked you can't do that, so it's all about, you know, stats. Nate, I think, is only an 87 or an 88, I'm not sure, and Edgar's like 91 or 92. But I haven't checked the stats on anybody in this game at all, because I've been rolling with player matches and using the feature of equalized stats, which I really enjoy. But I'll have to get the hang of it in ranked. I try to get the hang of it because you'll see me swing wildly when I'm on the ground. Usually I pick my shots and I time it out very well, but I didn't do that because I knew I had more stamina, so I was just dropping bombs, and this guy wasn't the best player, so I just did what I could, you know. You'll see. I think it'll come right here. I'm just gonna like just drop bombs on him. Well, usually I'll throw like 1 or 2, you know, stick on them so they don't get out, and then drop like a few more, and then stick on them, and then drop some more, you know, some strategic ground and pound. But I was like, oh, I got more stamina, let's just go with it. And this, like I said, this guy is not the best fucking player, but he gets dropped right there, and then I hit him with the diving Superman as he's on the ground. Right there, there's an example of it. He gets rocked from it, though, because he wasn't covering up too well. But usually I don't do that shit, you know. And he's just getting wrecked here. Now, here's one of my favorite things about Nate Diaz. He can pull his guard, and then if you lock in that rubber guard, you'll switch right into full mount, but this guy was not letting me have it. So I went to try one more time, and then I go back to trying to reverse his transitions, like I did in the beginning, because he gets very predictable with them, and you cannot do that in this game. But this guy was pretty horny for submissions. I mean, he really shouldn't have did this. I was working on trying to get his timing down and reverse his transitions, and he locked this in and just dropped his stamina and let me get postured up and drop more bombs on him. And as you see, he gets rocked again. But see, then I would have normally picked my punches out so he wouldn't have grabbed me that fast, but I'm just going to jab at his eye until the round ends and he gets saved by the bell. Now, the one cool feature about this game, I didn't get to talk about it in my last video because I didn't make it out of the first round with that long 10-minute pride round, but once you get to the cage, right there you get a positive and negative thing. It says I'm doing a great job in executing my throws, and in the bottom, I didn't read it right there, but when I read it when I played, I think it told me to just keep it standing. And I'll try to keep it on the ground again. I said that's where I shine at in my last video, and it is. I'm very good on the ground. I can reverse transitions. That's my thing, ground and pound all day. But the thing tells me to keep it standing, so apparently I was doing something right standing. I tried on the ground at first, but then I just listened to it and go right back to standing. And we're just exchanging here. I try to keep it standing, but I don't like to stay in the pocket much, and he counters the third punch to that. And I try to do this thing again, but once again, this guy is not having it, so I'm just going to eventually push him off instead of trying to reverse his transitions after failing it twice. Excuse me there. I was taking a sip of my my coffee here. You know, that's what grown-ups drink, because I'm a fucking grown-up. I can buy M-rated video games without my mother's fucking having to be beside me, and I drink coffee while I commentate. We're going to exchange again. I get tagged pretty damn good, about hit him twice, and then I take the back, and I dropped him right on his fucking head and just throw the little uppercuts from behind. And he pushes me off pretty fast. I wasn't expecting him to push me off that fast, and then he's going to drop me right into the little corner of the cage. And I expected him to do the drop thing where he gets in my guard, but he didn't, so I stand up pretty fast and just push him the fuck off, and I'm going to go right back to work here. And now he thought I was going to stand with him. I saw the kick coming, and I just got off of him, and I reversed the transition. I'm just going to drop more elbows from side control, but he gets out pretty fast. And once again, like I said, horny for these fucking submissions, but it does not work, sir. Now, I hated that submission system at first, but it grew on me, and I really do enjoy it. I think it's pretty fair. It's a cool thing. Now, I get nut rocked right out of full mount, and then, once again, this motherfucker just does not want to be on the ground, and goes for the damn submission, but it's gonna fuck him up, and he's going to eat more shots. But he's pulling on me pretty good. I think we get stood up again by Mr. Dan Murgliata. And once we do get stood up, I trade with him a little bit. I hit him with a couple punches, and then he gets tricked into thinking I'm going to stand with him, and I just take him back down and go for the finish. You'll see right here, we get the okay to go from Dan, and then hit him once. Like I said, I don't like to stay in the pocket, and I saw that he dropped down, so I hit him with the kick. And then he goes for the easy reverse transitions again because he got too damn predictable, and then punch right to the elbows again, and then I'm going to rain down in his face with some punches. And Dan Murgliata ends it, and that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. That was my first ranked game. Yes, this wasn't live, but I will have some special live episodes coming up. Maybe I'll do episode 2 live, I'm not sure. There's the achievement, first of many. I'm going to click on it again so you can take a look at it, and that'll be it. Everybody enjoy staring at my nice fucking just earned 10 gamer score. So everybody, episode 2 should be out soon.